Hey guys, it's Chan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. This is going to be part 2 of the Fragile dance tutorial, so Fragile from Project Sekai. If you haven't watched part 1, you can go check that out. I'll probably leave a link to the playlist of the video in the description. But we're going to be continuing right from there, where we ended the chorus, not the intro, going down on here. So that's where we're going to continue from. For this section, the first half, it's both Akito dances by himself and Toya dances before they go to dancing together. So I'll do both parts and then just switch from Akito to Toya, and then after I'll go back to just doing Akito's parts. So yeah, hopefully that's fine and all the people like Toya can have a moment of not having to mirror stuff. But yeah, we ended the intro with 7 and 8 and 1. So you're going to be down here and right on 1, you're going to start coming up. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So by around 4, you should be almost up or all the way up on here. So that's what's happening. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna cross your arms more like diagonal to each other, left on top of right. It's gonna go 4 and then 5. You're gonna just shoot them out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here. And I think the only other note I have for this part is you can keep your fingers together so that it doesn't look messy like this. You can have your hands in a blade doing this whole time. And if I continue, if I go back, it's 5, 6, 7, and then 8, you just slide in. So you take a step to the left, and then you're gonna take your right hand and slide it like you're opening a door. So you're opening the door up that way. So the 8, you're going to slide, and then by the end of it, you'll be a bit off to the left with your feet in center or fit together on here. So that whole count would be 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now from here, so if you do 5, 6, 7, 8, you're gonna go 1, you're still kind of sliding. 2, you'll step down with your right leg, so it's gonna go 1, 2, and then 3, 4, you're gonna just point with your hand. I'm not sure if they're doing 1 finger or 2 fingers. I think 1 finger makes sense. So it'll be 3, 4. And your head doesn't move as much. It stays, after you place on 2, your head tilts a bit to the right side. And then 3, 4, you're just moving your hand, essentially. And your body can be a bit faced to the side, like not full 45, but not completely straight. So I can help you turn. It's like you're getting ready to go this way. So your body's facing slightly angled. Yes, so do 3, 4. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one we're going to do, you're going to do 5, 6, 7. So basically, we'll show the legs first. The legs, you are here. I think on 3, 4, you can continue tapping. It will make sense with the music since you'll be just following the beat and going with your hand. So your leg can also tap. So your hand leg can move. But yeah, on 5, you're just going to take a step forward with your right leg, with your heel pointed inwards. With 5, actually. If you all know the Charleston, we're doing that. But for those who don't know, I can try and explain that step by step. So 5, you step with your leg, both heels are pointed out this way. Here for 5, and then on end, when you step up, you turn your heel to the other way. So 5 and 6, you take your right leg, step it to the front, and then you're going to do again the turning your heel out, and then stepping back. Instead of going forward, now you're going back, so you step forward, forward, and then back, back. Then we're going to finish that way. So that's essentially the steps. So you go 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay? Now if we add the hands are going to be here 3, 4. 5, you can drop the hand. Yeah, you can drop the hand and have it by your side. So you can go 5 and 6. So on 6, when you land your right leg, your right hand comes up and pushes your head to the side, and your hand's still a blade on here to make it clear. So 5, 6, and then your head's going to stay like this for a while, and 7 and 8. Your other hand will come and push it, not to the left side, but back to center, so it goes first to the side, and then to center. So 6 to the side, 8 to center. So altogether, those 5, 6, 7, 8 should look like this. Be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, let's do that whole 8 count. So it'll be 5, 6, 7. I'll start from the 8. I think the 8's where this slide is. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now let's continue from here. So the next part, we're here 7, 8. We're gonna go 1, 2. So basically, the legs will cross like these, I believe. So 1, you just cross your hands to the front, and then 2, you step out again to just stabilize. And you'll have your left hand somewhere up here around your head, and your right hand's going to be down, and they're both going to be in fist. In here, 1, 2. That's 1, 2. On 3, yeah, open both hands and switch them up. So we had, keep the right also like in some angle instead of just having it down. So you can have it like this, but not to the side, more to the front. Here, on 3, we bring the hand, right hand goes up, left hand comes down, and you open up your palm, and at the same time, your leg also twists on 3. Your knee twists inwards on your right leg. So that's 2, 3, and then 4. You're gonna twist. Okay, when you twist your knee inwards, your body twists to the side, obviously. So on 4, you're gonna kind of reset and have your hands above you. They're getting ready to come together, but they're not yet together. On here, one's like head level, eye level, the other one's chest level on here. And your legs straighten back so that you can move this way instead. So that 4 count before we just move on will be 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for here, the next move, your hands are going to go 5 and 6. So they're here on 4. 5, your hand comes down, your right hand comes down, meets your left hand. 5, and then comes up on end, and then 6 comes down. So it'll be 3, 4, 5, and 6. So when they meet, they don't separate. At the same time, we're on 3, 4. On 5, you don't do anything. You can bend your legs down to get ready for the next part. You bend your legs down to get ready for the next part. Here on 5, and then on end. As you bring your hands up, you raise your right leg here for 5 and then 6 you place them together. So we're here on 4, basically it should go 5 and 6. So they don't have to be straight together like this, since the moves are pretty fast and you're just about to again step out with this leg. is just to bring your leg inwards a bit on here. So let me finish that up. So you do 5 and 6. 7, you're going to take a step with your right leg. So 7, you take a step with your right leg. And I think, no, keep your hands here, since I feel like if we do 7, drop your hands and bring them up. That'll look messy. So it can be a 5 and 6. 7, step out. And then, you're going to step. Basically, after you step out, you're going to step with your left foot in and raise your right foot. At the same time, you raise your hands up for 7 and then 8, you just drop your hands and legs. Hopefully that made sense. That moves pretty fast on there. But yeah. And the bad thing is Toya does it differently, that whole 8 count, and he does it in reverse. So I cannot do it for some reason. I'm used to Akito's moves on there. But let's review that 8 count slowly, and then we'll finish off Akito's part and then review all of Akito's part with counts. So, I'm going to be at here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So the 7 and 8 might just take some time to get used to the switching and picking up your leg, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then let's finish this off. The last 8 count for Akito. Here's 7 and 8. You're just gonna tap 1, 2. You're gonna keep on tapping your leg here. For 1, 2. On 3, 4, you're gonna step out with your right leg a bit on here. Go 3, 4. So your right leg was kinda close to shoulder level. You're gonna step out as if you're reaching out for something. So your right leg and right hand step out here. 4. You're gonna go 5. Oh yeah, this is 3, 4. So you gotta reach something and put it on your heart. And then to finish this off, if you're Akito, this is the one part where you'll be doing something mirrored, since Toya does the moves the other way. So I'm gonna show how Akito is supposed to do it, but I'm gonna be mirroring that. So 3, 4. Akito will go 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So basically takes the right leg, steps the left behind, and then steps together. Oh, not together, but shoulder here for the 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8. Where you take the outer leg where you want to step to, take the other leg, you step back, and then you just come up. So it looks like this in here. That's what the legs are doing, and then the hands end up just doing some motion here. Now to explain it, you can just go with how it feels to like move the legs here. But yeah, that's how Akito will be doing. It will go right then left. Here, since I'm by myself, this is where I switch to Toya instead. So I'm gonna go left and right. So after you finish 3, 4, I'll be going 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and then straight into Toya's spot. While Akito, I think, goes down and faces away. One way, I don't know which way. I forgot to look in that, since whenever they're not dancing, they're posing, so you should be able to figure that out on there. But yeah, that's all of Akito's part. This part's not too hard. Yeah. Let's go over the last count just one more time, so that we have something. If people are practicing just the walk on here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay. Now let's do that whole section with counts. So starting from the beginning over here, and then we'll move on to Toya's section And then from there, there's probably gonna add just a bit of yeah, sorry, I cannot English. We're gonna add a bit more choreo just before the. Now I'm just thinking of jump time since now the video left that I'm following just goes to jump time. But it's like a pre-chorusy kind of thing. Alright, let's do this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Alright, let's move on to our Toya fans on here. Time for you to shine. Let's go. Okay, so now for Toya's section, since during this whole time Toya's just been standing there and then he joins in on the 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Since if you're doing formations, Akito is moving backwards while Toya is moving forward in one of the things. So that it shows now it's his turn to take the spotlight of it. But after you do 5 and 6, 7 and 8, you're gonna go 1, 2. So you're gonna step out with your left leg here for 1, 2. So step out, cover your eyes on here, 1, 2. And then you're gonna go 3 and 4. So here, 1, 2. Nothing too serious. I think he looks over to the left. I've been doing it for some reason as I step for 1, 2. Here I've been looking to the left. But you may not need to, you may just need to turn your head a bit to the left on here. But if you do 1, 2, you step, 1, 2. On the 3 and basically on 3, you step with your right leg, raise your right arm up 45 degrees, and then you step with your left leg in front of you and raise your left arm up. Palms are facing out on there. So we 3 and then on 4, you'll just brush your hair back. Okay, you can add a dip on your head if you want to go 4. And then 5, I think there's like a drop. 3, 4, and then 5, hands come to your side. So altogether those 4 counts would be 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. Okay, so on 5, we're getting ready to like step. So 5, we just place our hands down so that they reset. It'll be 5. I kind of do like a prep with my legs, so I bend them down a bit for your 5 and 6. Since what you're gonna do, you're gonna step down and then take your right leg and step out. And for some reason, actually not for some reason, I think it's like order on your hands is supposed to stay in a closed fist until you step out. So as you do 5, as you step out with your left leg, your right hand comes across, and then when you finally step, it opens. So it'll be like 5 and 6. Okay, and as you step, you're kind of like leaning towards the side you want to step to. So it'll be 6, and then 7, you're going to come back here, it'll be 7 and 8. So 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So your legs are just doing 6, 7, 8, tap, 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 tap. While your hands are going in, comes back, this one comes out. So it's like the pathway comes from your center and pushes up. So, yeah. And the first one's on 6, and then you step in with 7, and then 8. Okay. So all together, let's do that whole 8 count and then move on. So it'll be 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Alright, for the next count, you're going to do 1, 2. So you're going to drop your hand here, and you're going to start with your right, left. So this is the kind of moves that it's mirrored from Akito. Like some moves are mirrored, since you remember with Akito we went this way and then we just stepped out with the right leg. With Toya, we're stepping in place and then stepping out with our left leg. Yeah. But the moves are different for some of them. I think only the last 1.5 counts the same. So you go 1, 2, we step down. 3, you place your right hand on your chest, on here, for your 3, and 4, your head tilts to the left side and then comes back. So and 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we do the same thing. With Akito, we start with our left leg. Now our right leg, we do the Charleston again. So we can drop this hand again, or you can leave it here, depending on how you feel. I feel like leaving it here might be cleaner since you already put it there. If you drop it and then bring it back up, it might make it here instead of doing it this way. Not drop it. Do whatever you feel like. This is solo. The good thing about solo, if you want to change a move, you can change it up on there. You just have to think if you're in a group or if the moves specifically designed that way. So 3 and 4, we're gonna go 5, 6. This time what we're doing is on 6 we're gonna take our right hand and we're gonna tilt our head to the right. Instead of taking this hand and pushing it on here, we're tilting it towards the hand. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 and 8, tilting back to the front. Okay, so 6, tilt to the hand, 7, tilt it to the front. Try to, if you go slightly over, like if you end up like one's this one and the other one's just like slightly off, it should be fine. As long as it's not like also the whole way on it. Okay. Let's do that 8 count again. And then we can move on here and finish this up. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now for the next one, from 1, 2, we're gonna step with the right, left. Since the right's at the back here. And as we do that, we do the same thing what we did on the first step, where we cross on 1, and then 2, we just put our hands down to our side. So it'll be 1, 2. On 3, your right hand's gonna become a finger gun on here, while your left hand will be rested on like the elbow of your right hand. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna prep. So 3, you have your hand like all the way extended, and you prep it down or towards you. So on 4, you shoot up. So it'll be 3 and 4, 5. On 4, yeah, we go fast, slow, and then stay there for a bit. On that. So that's so far. That will be 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can add like a lean with your leg, like just slightly tilt the knee inwards as you bring this up. And yeah. This next part, ideally, I would like it to be the same as Akito, but both of them have different dance styles. That Toya's like more on the chill side, makes his move look cool, while Akito's moves are more extended or more big. Even like in the intro here, if you did the intro, Akito's stepping all the way out, while Toya's just on the side here. But his moves are still as big as they need to be. So here we are, 3, 4. On 5, there is nothing, which is the weird part. Let's say, ideally, it should be 5 and 6, since we're now going the other way. But it isn't, or I couldn't figure it out. I think you got 3, 4, 5, and 6. So on and, you just drop this hand onto your hand here, and you lift up your left leg, then 6 you bring it down. Basically, the only move that's missing is the down motion. Since it's already up, we just bring it together and then we bring it down. 1 and 6. So that'll be 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then here should be the same thing, 7. Step out with your left leg here for 7, and then you're gonna go and 8. Yeah. So you step up left leg, and then you switch right left and 8. And when you do the first step of 7, nothing happens with your hands, they stay here. And your hands shoot up, and then 8 down to the side. And then, yeah, let's do that 8 count. One more time and then finish up. So, we're starting from here. And do 1, 2, then 3, 4. That whole thing. So, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. Yeah, this part for some reason, it doesn't last as long as I want it to last. Since I'm like, I want to keep it here for like 2 counts, but I only have like a count to keep it in. So, after we do 7 and 8, we're gonna do the same steps. I'll still try this one. I know like some people may come skip to this part, so I should explain. So 1, 2, your left leg just continues tapping for 1, 2, and then 3, you're gonna reach out your left hand and step out a bit with your left leg. So you're gonna step out a bit for 3, 4, step your legs together and put your left hand by your chest. It's like you reach something and then you put it into your heart. For 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 is a transition move where they switch places. I just end up walking back to center on there, but you have like 4 steps, 5, 6, 7, 8 to like move to the next position for the next part of the song. That is Toya's part. I don't think I need to repeat this since it's only 4 counts, so it should be fine. But let me go over Toya's section starting from the 5 and 6, 7 and 8 all the way to there. Before we do the last section I want to do for this tutorial, and then we'll leave the last like 40 or 45 seconds for the third part. And then, so yeah, let's do this. So, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's go on to the pre-chorus. Is there a chorus? Let's say the end is the chorus, so this technically is the pre-chorus. So let's move to that. We're going back to Akito's version. So I think for the next section, I'll have the Toya mirrored on this, so all the moves should be mirrored to what I'm doing on this. So if you even have an extension on like Chrome to just mirror the screen, mirror to something, I think that's what I use to mirror videos. So you can use that if you're learning the other section. But let's get to the pre-chorus. Alright, welcome to the pre-chorus for the song. So we just ended Toya's part. If you're Akito, you just probably came out from this pose. Akito's doing some pose on there, he's thinking, and then he just walked 5, 6, 7, 8. So everyone should join back on here. So on 1, 2, you're gonna pretty much slide to the side. So it'll be slide in to the, if you're Akito, you slide to the left side, Toya slides to the other way. Be 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So basically, you hit 1, 2, your weight's on your right leg. You're gonna take your left leg, step down, and at the same time, your hands just coming in towards you, spinning inwards in here, and then it snaps. So that's 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next move after here, you're gonna go 5. I think fingers are pointing. So you're gonna go 5 and 6. So 5 straight out, and they come in together. So that's 6. They go up. So 5 and 6, and then 7, 8. So 7, you start spinning them around, but at the same time you step out with your left leg. So 7, 8. Here. And that's the first 8 count. Hopefully not too hard. Good thing is like most of the moves fall on the lyrics. So you should be fine once you get used to it. So let's repeat that 8 count. And then we're going to move on. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Alright. Now for the next 8 count, what we're going to do, you're going to step out with your right leg, and at the same time, your left hand comes around your neck towards the back and then comes forward. So 1, 2. So it's snaking around during this whole time. And your left hand stays, no, your right hand stays up here, doesn't move anywhere. So you just finish 7, 8. So it comes 1, 2, 3. You can drop your hands and you want to take a step forward with your left leg. With 3, and then there's nothing, but on 4 you slide back. So it's like 3 and 4. So it's like, the idea is that you're about to continue stepping, so you bring up your right leg forward, but you're like, psych, and you slide back, and at the same time, as you still slide back, your hands go to your head. So be 3 and 4, and then let's finish off explaining this. So we have 3 and 4, we're gonna go 5 and 6 and. So basically, your hands just come down 5 and 6 and, so that part's easy. Your legs, you're facing to the right side with your left knee pointed out, so it'll be 5 and then 6 and. So you just like tap in forward once on the 5 and then step together, then 6 step together. So that's 3, 4, 5 and 6 and. On the 6 and, don't turn all the way, just step together. On the 5 and, you can do the turn on it. But for 7, since we need to stay facing this way. So after you do 5 and 6 and, actually even for 5 and don't turn, just tap, down, tap, down. So tap, tap. Or you can do tap, 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 tap. Moves like really fast, that as long as your leg pops, you should be good. So 5, 6, you're gonna go 7, pretty much step out your right foot here for 7, and your left hand goes on your head, right hand goes all the way to the side here. And right leg steps up. So it'll be 7 and then 8. You would step again with your right leg. So it'll be like 7. Oh, dancing sounds dangerous when we slip. So you go 7, 8. Yeah, 7, 8. And your hand just moves up here. And then on the 8, I can see clearly that Akito is waving. So he does like a wave there. So it'll be 7, 8. Okay, let's do that 8 count and then move on. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. That's 7 and then do 8 and then I would keep waving on the 8 and. That's how I'll do it later on when I do more counts. But yeah, so after you do 7 and 8 and, your legs are gonna go right, left, left, right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's simple enough. For your upper body, what your hands are gonna be doing, after you do 7, 8, you can drop them on 1. They're gonna go and 2. So as you lift up your left leg to step on 2, on the end you're gonna hit your hands out and then you're gonna bring back in. So it'll be 1 and 2, and then you're gonna repeat again 3 and 4. But on 3 and you hit up instead of up. So it'll be 3 and 4. So hopefully that makes sense. So let me show that one more time. So you do 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Now for the next move after, you're gonna go 3 and 4. You're gonna be going 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So basically, hands, shoot out your left hand out, kind of the same way if you remember, if you did watch Toya's part, where we shoot out our hands for this part, we shoot in the same angle. So 5, shoot out your left hand, 6, shoot out your right hand, and then you're gonna go and 7. So 5, 6, and 7. Where you bring them both close to your head and then you shoot them back out. Okay. Now at the same time as you're doing that, your legs are gonna be going with the same hand you're shooting out for the first 2. So you're gonna go 5, your left leg's gonna swing back. You go 5, and then you're gonna switch to your right leg to swing back. 6. Try to keep your angles on here. I'm bad with that. So 5, 6, and then 7. You shoot both of them, and then you can go 8 and which is the ball change stuff I was showing in the first tutorial where you just switch. I forget the definition, I'm just calling it switching the legs that are forward, but I feel like that's wrong. Okay. But yeah, that's that 8 count. Then I think we have one more for this section. The next 8 counts pretty fast. Hopefully I broke it down right. I'm still having trouble doing it full speed, but yeah, let's do this 8 count first on here. So we ended here. So we're gonna start from D7, 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now for the next 8 count, it's super fast. I don't even know if I can break it down. I should be able to break it down, hands and then legs. But what your hands are going to be doing, you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So basically, right hand crosses in front of you, left hand crosses in front of you. You separate them, so that's 1 and 2. And then on end, you shoot them up here, and then 3, you bring them down, and then 4, there's like a hand thing that comes up. So we'll add that onto the legs. But the first sets of hands movement is 1 and 2 and 3. Now if we add the legs, we're going to go doing 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3. So basically, you step 1, you step with your left leg here, and you lift your right leg and you lift it up to be ready. Do 1 and 2, you step with your right leg here, 2, and then on the end you pick up. When you pick up your hands, you raise your left leg up here for 2 and then 3, you step with your legs forward. So with just the legs, it's great if I say 1 and 2 and 3. And then 4 is a turn and move to turn you to the back for where we're going to end the chord. But let's try those sequence of moves all together. Then I'm going to add the last part, which is pretty simple. Then we can try everything all together. So I'm going to start from the 7 so that we practice this ball change move. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so after 1 and 2 and 3, we'll break for 1 and, there's nothing there. On 4, you're gonna take your hand here, take your left hand, and you just swing it up for 4. So you're facing the back. 4, and then on end, you're gonna pick up your left leg, here for end, and then 5, you're just going to hit out with your hand on here. I don't know exactly what the hit is. I feel like this can be your own freestyle. I'm just hitting out with 2 of my fingers like I'm knocking on someone's door. But I'm like, throw in some spice. You can snap, you can do this. But at the same time, you just step your hand down, or leg down. So the 5, 6, 7, and then 8 will face forward. I think we'll go over that move in the third chorus. It'll say after here it goes into like the 90, 90, and then there's this whole fun part on here. I still need to put that on there. But yeah, that is the end of part 2 of the tutorial, the whole explanation. Let's do the 8 count one more time, and then I'll do this part with counts. And then if you want to practice with music, I always leave the practice version on in the description, but you can also probably try using the cards, and you can also click up here. You don't need to practice with the if you already got used to it and you're already used to it, you want to just do music on it. But let's go over that 8 count one more time and add the last 4 counts. 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now for the whole section, starting from here and do that whole section. Let's count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Thank you all for watching part 2. Don't forget to check out the practice version if you want. And if you haven't watched part 1, you can also check that out. And if part 3 is out yet, if you're watching this much later, you can continue on to part 3 and go from there. But yeah, we finish up this tutorial here. So I'm glad you all came to dance with me again. Hope you come back again to do more fun dances. Hopefully not as tiring as this one. The next part's fun. on there. I think the hardest part was the intro, which is in the end on it. But yeah. But hoping you do come back again and enjoy. Feel free to check out the other tutorials on the channel. But yeah, for now I'm gonna let you all go and enjoy your lives, and I will dance with you all later. Bye bye. See ya.